Welcome, everyone, to the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living's Wednesday Night Oasis. We are glad that you are here and you are joining us on this winter solstice evening. Now, you might be asking yourself, if you haven't joined our Wednesday service before, what is the Wednesday Night Oasis? Well, for us here at the Oakland Center, we use what we refer to as a modified satsang format. We have our speakers come in, and we've got some fabulous speakers. They come in and they share a little bit of information, a little bit of themselves and some ideas. And then we open it up for discussion to see what resonated, what questions might we have, what questions might they have for us. And this evening is really no different. This evening, what we're going to ask you to do, and I'm going to ask you right up front, make sure you have a candle, a way to light your candle, and a journal for yourself to use this evening during Judith's talk. It's going to be wonderful, and I think you're going to really love it. So, more things I want to tell you about this evening. This year at the Centers for Spiritual Living, we are exploring the theme of living everyday wonder. This month of December, we are exploring the theme of community. And this week is an ode to joy. And because it's winter solstice, we are focusing this evening on the winter solstice. So if you are new, let me look down at the participants, see if I see any new names here. All right, I'm not seeing new names on the list, but maybe you're finding this video out on the YouTube and you're new to our community. And if you are new to our community, well, I invite you to navigate yourself, that's easy for me to say, to our website, www.oaklandcsl.org. And on the website, you're going to look for the I'm new icon. You're going to click on that. And then you're going to look in the lower left hand, my left hand side of the page, and you're going to submit your email address. When you do, we will not spam you, but we will send you the village newsletter. And in it, you'll get all the information about the activities that are going on at the Oakland Center. Now, as we're getting started this evening, please know that we have a fabulous tech team in the background that's going to help make this transmission, this recording, fabulous. They're going to do this by helping to mute the voice, the audio of anyone but the speaker. And we encourage you to keep your own video off so that it's better for the transmission. Now, I'll have some more special important announcements at the end of the service, so please stay all the way to the end so that we can share some of that information with you. In the meantime, I would like to invite Practitioner Bonnie Gonzalez to come forward to pray us in for service.
Thank you so much, Reverend Sally. It's with a heart filled with gratitude that I take this responsibility to pray us in tonight. So I just invite you to take a breath and arrive to this moment. Yes, take a breath to arrive to this moment, knowing that in this moment is where our power is. Knowing in this moment is where we find the divine Holy Spirit of God. God as love. Right here in this moment is where this divine, magnificent Holy Spirit resides. And it is beyond powerful. It has that ability to just be the love that we are. That each and every one of us embodies this love and radiates this love, because this love is all there is. Love is the greatest power of all. Knowing that love has that ability to heal, to sustain, to lift up, to make whole. Love is a power, an essence, an energy that is the divine. And if, in the words of a poet, if you want to see the beauty of the divine love, look at the moon. If you want to see the power of this magnificent divine energy of love, look at the sun. If you want to see the most divine, the most exquisite, the most beautiful creation, look in the mirror. Yes, you are made from this love. I am made from this love. My truth is your truth because we are one. We are one in wholeness, completeness. And it is with joy that I also speak my word for our time together tonight. Blessing our dear beloved sister of the soul, Judith Roberts, who steps into this sacred space tonight, standing tall and proud on the shoulders of her ancestors, who are lifting her up, elevating her up so that she hears more clearly the voice of the divine, so that she speaks from the voice of the divine, speaking out her words of knowledge and wisdom into this cauldron that we have created tonight on this longest night of the year. Judith's words are the light that shines into this darkness of this cauldron, but knowing that the darkness holds the wisdom, that the divine Holy Spirit is right there co-creating with each and every one of us, co-creating those things that we desire, those things that we desire to see in life, the truth, reminding us of the truth of who we are. As we move forward, as Judith speaks into this cauldron, illuminating its wisdom that is there, illuminating and shining that bright light out to each one of us. Judith shines her light out to each one of us tonight. And as she shines it out to us, we reflect it back to her, and we are all lit up. We are all made more beautiful, more divine as we continue to co-create, knowing that this divine love, its only purpose is to serve us, So take what you need from tonight. It is available, that the divine Holy Spirit is there right where you are, showing up as you. And it's just with a joyous and jubilant heart that I know the truth of our time together. And it is with great joy that I release my word into law that always says yes, 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 and super yes. And so it is.
And so it is.
And so it is. And what I would like to do now is introduce our speaker this evening. We have speaking this evening Judith Roberts, a practitioner at the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, and she has been a practitioner since 2013. I think we did the math before the session here, and 2013 is when she became a practitioner, and she has been serving in high service since then. So welcome, Judith. We are looking forward to this evening's service.
Thank you, Sally, and thank you, Bonnie. You know, I had not really thought of solstice before as holy. I hadn't ever framed it or contextualized it as a holy time. But Bonnie, you just set sacred space. And it feels like a holy time, a holy evening to me. And I know we talk about you know, Christmas being a holy time, but actually this turning of the seasons is a holy time. So I am so grateful to be here, and I want to welcome everyone here. And those who watch this recording later, I also want to welcome you. As we go into this night of solstice, this is the longest night of the year of 2022. And so I'm going to give a little bit of background about solstice, and then we are going to do some rituals. And Reverend Sally mentioned earlier that to have a candle and something to light your candle with, and a journal. It doesn't have to be a journal, just a piece of paper or 2 pieces of paper would suffice. But we are going to do some ritual a little bit later. So first, I want to give a little bit of background. I know many of you have led solstice ceremonies yourselves and are well versed in the solstice. But in case someone isn't, I'm going to give a little background. And I'm going to read something here. It says that solstice is the astronomical moment when the sun reaches the Tropic of Capricorn, and we have our shortest day and our longest night of the year in the Northern Hemisphere, in terms of daylight. And that the solstice marks the official start of winter, again, in the Northern Hemisphere. In the Southern Hemisphere, it's the opposite. They are marking their first day of summer, and it's their longest day. So it's actually the reverse. And at the equator, there isn't a solstice, either a summer or a winter solstice. At the equator, the sun rises every day at the same time and sets every day at the same time. There's 12 hours of sunlight and 12 hours of darkness all through the year. It's very different. So upon the winter solstice, the sun appears at its lowest in the sky, and its noontime elevation seems to stay the same for several days. It's usually about 3 days that it appears to stay still. And so the word sol in Latin means sun, and sistere means still. So solstice means the time when the sun stands still, or it appears to stand still. The sun's gradual decrease in the sky reverses upon the winter solstice, marking what many cultures believe to be a rebirth of the sun as the hours of daylight become longer. So I think that that's a quick little synopsis. And ancient people in the Northern Hemisphere and European cultures really marked the solstice, and they built structures to honor the solstice, both the winter and the summer solstice, with such accuracy that I've been to Newgrange, where in Ireland, where there's a window, it's a doorway where at a particular time for 15 minutes on the summer solstice, the sun comes in, a shaft of light comes in down this hallway and hits a carving in a rock at the back of the hallway, and it's precise. It's just precise, and they have ones have been built also for the winter solstice, and that structure was built 5,000 years ago, and that structure has never leaked and has never been reconstructed. So these ancient people knew something. And the solstice, the winter solstice, is celebrated to honor the return of the light. And as Constance said recently, in a kind of reframing of the winter solstice, we normally think of it as a return of the external light. But it also can be framed as a time to renew our awareness and our experience of our inner light, the light that we all carry, the light that is within us. And we're going to honor it that way tonight. And Michelle Obama just wrote a book called The Light We Carry. I love that title. It's The Light We Carry. We all carry this light. And we are aware of it to greater or lesser extents. And I know it changes with time. So this is a time that we can renew our awareness and our connection to the light that we carry. So I'm going to introduce a ritual. We are going to do a releasing ritual, which is releasing limiting beliefs and patterns that don't serve us anymore, patterns of behavior, releasing unhealthy patterns, and those kinds of things might be. I'm just gonna throw out a few, and then you're going to have time to contemplate and identify your own. But a sense of inadequacy, or the need to be perfect, or shame around body image, or the belief that I can't sing, or the belief that I'm not creative would be some examples. So we're going to take a little, and then after that, following our releasing ceremony, we're going to do a ceremony or a ritual to welcome in the new, what we want to welcome into our lives for the new year. I also want to say that with everything that's going on in the world, and some of us pay more or less attention to the news, but it's been so chaotic, and we've had COVID, and we have war. And so I want to also invite us to, in our releasing ritual and what you write down about releasing, you can not only focus on yourself, that's important, but also write down what you would like to release from the unhealthy patterns in the world. And then when we do our welcoming ritual, we will welcome in the new, what we want to welcome in for the new year for ourselves personally. But also we can welcome in what we vision for the world that works for everyone. So I think I would like us to take a few moments now. And Helene, could you put up the first slide? That's our welcoming slide. And now you can go to the second slide. So I'm going to invite you to take your journal and write down, take a few moments in the sweet territory of silence to contemplate what you would like to release. And we're going to write those down. We'll take, maybe just a few minutes. And then after that, after you've written, or maybe if you're still writing a little bit, we're going to play a song and invite you to kind of live into that song and feel the release of what you're letting go of as you listen to the song. So let's take a few minutes in silence, and then we'll take a few minutes in silence to contemplate and write down what you'd like to release or what you are releasing. And then we'll play the song. And Helene, can you go to the next slide, please? Or deep peace of a running wave to you, deep peace of the flowing air to you, deep peace of the quiet earth to you, deep peace of the shining stars to you, deep peace of the gentle night to you. Moon and stars pour their healing light on you, deep peace to you. So thank you. Ah, I love that. And so with these releases, you can take what you've written and release this yourself at some later time. And the ritual of releasing is powerful and important. You can release to fire. Let's put it in a fireplace, put it in a chimenea, however you can do it. That would be my preference, is to release it to fire, because it goes up in smoke and it's gone, it's transmuted. Or you can bury it in the earth, or you can release it to water. But the idea is transmutation, that this energy we're releasing is not going into somebody else or something else. It's just being transmuted. So I hope that was useful. We're not going to be sharing what we are releasing, but we are going to move on now to what we are going to confirm and welcome in for the new year, for 2022, into our lives and into the world. So when we welcome something, when we're bringing something in to ourselves personally, it might be something like radiant health or loving relationship, or creating an avenue or a channel for greater social impact if we're socially active, or increased prosperity. You'll know what it is for you. But we'll also take a few minutes of time to contemplate what we're confirming and bringing in for the new year, welcoming in for the new year, for ourselves and also for the world. And so I want to invite you to take a few minutes in silence again. And I also will say that after we write down what we are going to be, what we're welcoming in, I am going to invite you to share. We're not doing breakout rooms, but one by one, pick one or two of the things that you are welcoming in for the new year. And with each one, as you say what you are welcoming in, this is when you'll light your candle. And lighting the candle is symbolic of igniting this, of initiating this, of enlivening it, of giving it energy. And if you choose not to share something, you can just say, I pass. So let's take a few moments to do that. Take a few moments in silence and just feel what you want to welcome for the new year, and write down a few notes in your journal or your paper. And we can go to the slide, Helene. I think there's a slide for this one. Slide, the fourth slide. So let's come back to the group now. And I'd like to invite people to share what you are welcoming in for the new year. One or two things, not a whole, I mean, I have a whole list here, but one or two things in the interest of time. And let's see, Sally, did you want to facilitate this part of it?
I will be happy to facilitate, and those of us on the call, if you can use your reaction buttons to raise your hand, that will help us keep it in order as to who would like to go first.
And remember to take your candle after you speak, take your candle and light it so we can see it, to ignite this thing that you're welcoming into the, and the candle symbolizes all of the things you're welcoming in, not just the ones you speak.
All right, we've got one hand up. Two hands up. Let's see, Bonnie Gonzalez, and then Maureen French, and then Diane Warner. And if
So
we
am I
could
going?
add
Am I
Bonnie
going?
spotlight so that we can see her. Oh, I see. Bonnie, let me start with Reverend Jerry. I see her first in the lineup here. Go ahead, Reverend Jerry.
Thank you. So I'm lighting my candle, and what I am claiming is more spaciousness in my life. And thank you for that lovely ritual and lovely opportunity to call forth greater good. Judith, beautiful. I'm complete.
Thank you. Okay, Bonnie Gonzalez, you're next.
I am lighting the most beautiful imaginary candle that you can bring to mind. It's beautiful and it's pink. And with that lighting of that beautiful pink candle, I am welcoming in more loving and positive thoughts to myself. I affirm that with my candle. Thank you. I'm complete.
And Maureen French.
Hi. I am lighting my candle as I welcome in love and surrender to my highest good. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you. Diane Warner.
I am claiming that I am listening and honoring my own preferences. And I'm lighting my candle for those things that I am claiming. Here it is.
Thank you, Diane. All right, is there anyone else who would like to share? Judith.
Yes, I am welcoming in loving partnership and expanded creativity. Expanded creative expression.
Then you're gonna have to.
Here's my candle. Oh.
Lovely.
It's in my crappy room where I didn't organize because I had no time.
All right. Thank you, Judith. And we've got Alice.
Hi, I'm welcoming appreciation and acceptance. Thank you.
Thank you, Alice. And Judith, I'd like to go as well.
Yes.
So I am welcoming in joy and creativity in community. Welcome it in. And it looks like we've got Regina on there.
Jeff wants to share.
Hi, I'm welcoming in more fluidity and grace among the different parts of myself, my different selves. And I am not lighting a candle because candles and blind people don't go very well together.
Fabulous.
Like Bonnie, Jeff, you can light a virtual candle
I have.
in your mind. Yeah. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else? Constance.
Well, I'm having a much easier time to say what I want to release, but I think what I want to welcome in is acceptance of what is, at the same time as accepting expansion of what is. So holding both of those things at the same time.
All right, Judith, back to you.
Is there anyone else? Okay. Okay, thank you, everyone. And I know a lot of people have their cameras off, so could you turn your camera on just for a minute and hold your candle up? Just so we can see all the candles. Our collective light. Thank you. And speaking of light and the light within, we have another song that we're going to play to just feel this, to just feel the light within, feel the light within and the light without. And for those who are watching this recording later, you will not hear the song, but I would like to invite you to go to YouTube and find this song by India Ari. There are many versions of it, and it is about, the title of it is I Am Light. So Helene, could you play the song now? So that says it all, doesn't it? And this is the time of the return of the light externally and the return of feeling that light and knowing that light and that divinity within. So with that, I would like to close with a poem called A Blessing of Lucid Fire and Secret Grace. May the being of the universe breathe into you the light of blessing and fulfillment of health and balance. May it protect you from distractions, brittle and bent, with a sphere of lucid fire. May it enlighten the heart of your passion with the contemplation of living energy. May it uncover the hidden strength within you, insight gathered from the eternal now. And may it show you its face of secret grace and silent refuge in a communion of deep peace. So thank you all. I'd like to remind you to do your release into fire of what you're releasing. You can also release into fire what you're claiming and welcoming in. It's powerful for both. And now I'd like to turn it back to Sally. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Judith Roberts, for this informative and lovely evening together. And I invite us all to once again raise our candles, recognizing that the light, as Judith has shared with us, lives within each of us. Fabulous. Let's give Judith some love here. Show her your reactions in Zoom. Turn on your videos and clap a little bit. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Thank you so much. So we have still got a few weeks left to December, and I've got some announcements that I would love to share with you. So let me make sure we've got, okay, we do have the announcements up there. I'm navigating my screens here, so bear with me. So this Sunday, December 25th, Senior Minister Reverend Sunshine Michelle Coleman will be speaking on Nativity 2.0. Our meditation starts at 10 and the service begins at 10:30. Now, next Wednesday, December 28th, we'll have practitioner Susan Urquhart Brown coming to share her ideas on Nativity 2.0. And as always, Wednesday night meditation begins at 6:30 p.m. and the service begins at 7, and we will remain on Zoom. With Christmas, New Year's Eve falling on a Sunday, we have a full celebratory calendar closing out this year and starting next year. We have the candle lighting service Saturday, December 24th, starting at 7 p.m. We have Christmas Day. Come and celebrate with your community again at 10 a.m. and 10:30. We have the World Peace Meditation that takes place at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on December 31st. So you can join with other CSL folks on the Centers for Spiritual Living Facebook page. That's where to find that link. And then on Sunday, January 1st, be sure to mark your calendars because we're taking part in a burning bowl ceremony during the Sunday service. There's just so much going on at the center, and I want you to save the date on your calendars for the next vision board party, which will take place at the end of January on the 28th. And in fact, you don't need to wait until then to begin your journey, because you can buy a Living Out Loud calendar in the bookstore created from our vision boards from previous years. Each calendar also has the weekly themes for the year of 2023 and space to write your own spiritual events throughout the year. All proceeds for this calendar go to the center. There are so many ways to show your love for the center. Pledging and tithing is, of course, one of the obvious ways to love up the center. And another way is to serve on the Board of Trustees. And you can talk to Maureen French about this as well. But if you've been a member in good standing for 2 or more years and are being called to work with our new senior minister to guide the center, then please contact Deborah Jackson for more information and to get an application. If you want to know more about the Board of Trustees, you can talk to Maureen, you can download and read the bylaws from our website, and you can do this by clicking the About Us button to find that page. Now, we are continuing to fuel the pledge rocket through December. Your pledges help Reverend Sunshine and the board to create a workable budget for 2023. Our rocket is still taking off. We are still taking pledges. And right now, we still have 73 pledges and $167,000 for the team to work with. We could use more. Now, if the idea of pledging and tithing raises emotions for you, or you want to expand your prosperity consciousness, well, I invite you to join practitioner Elena Hutchinson to explore the realm of infinite possibilities as she leads the book study based on the book, Even Mystics Have Bills to Pay. This is a Zoom class and meets on 4 Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., starting on January 7th. This class is being offered for a love offering. You can go to the classes page to register on our website. And then once you register, you'll get the Zoom link. As always, for information on all that's going on at your Oakland Center, visit our website where you can find contact details for our leadership team. You can see their pictures here on the slides. You can sign up for our weekly newsletter, the Thursday Village News. And remember, you can follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook for special updates and content that you'll find only by liking and subscribing to Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. Please like us and subscribe to OCSL today. So next we have our offering. And I want to switch over to our slides here for our affirmation. This is our giving affirmation. And I invite you to maybe place your hand on your heart, even if you don't have your offering with you, to say this affirmation with me. Joyously I give with an attitude of abundance, knowing that as I give, I do receive. And so it is. And you may know that there are many ways to do this process for giving. You locate the donate icon on the website. You can pay by credit card, by mail, by Zelle. You can text or come to the Sunday service and put your check or money in the basket at Sunday service. There's a lot going on at the center. Come on and join us. So before we head out this evening, I'm going to welcome back in Bonnie Gonzalez to pray us out. Bonnie, you're on mute.
Okay, I was just saying everybody can call me and receive your check for $1 million coming year, but you missed it. No, I just want to say to Judith, thank you so much for making this night truly, truly special, for just reminding us of the sacredness of stillness and that the light is returning. And so with that, I want to offer this benediction. And I'm going to ask, it just came to me after that beautiful song, I Am Light, to make this an interactive benediction, but I will start. And I will start by just falling into gratitude, thanking the divine Holy Spirit for being here tonight, for showing up through Judith, for showing up through each and every person on this call, for each person that lit their light and made their affirmation for the coming year. Blessing each and blessing people that did not share, knowing that it's equally important that we are all truly one. And I just want you to raise both your hands, knowing that the palms of our hands are just extensions of our hearts. And what we do now is we breathe in, I am light. Whatever comes after I am, you are. So breathing in, I am light. With each breath, feel that light bright, shining even brighter and brighter. Feel it, I am light. And once you're filled with this light, beam it out into the world, beam out that peace that Judith shared through that beautiful song, beam that peace out, that it brings peace to war-torn countries. It brings love to the places that hate may reside, that it fills our world with beautiful love, peace, and harmony, knowing that I am light. My light shines, your light shines. Together, we illuminate the world. So I just thank the divine for showing the truth, for showing us the truth of who we are tonight and showing through Judith. And I just release my word into law. And I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you. Thank you, everyone in front of the camera and behind the camera. Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you.
It takes a village.
It does take a village.
It does, yes.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And we've got a beautiful village.
Mhm. Filled with light and love.
All right.